You are watching the whale flow, where we don't follow the crowd, we follow the structure beneath it. In this episode, we explore one of the most overlooked but essential layers of the entire blockchain ecosystem. It's not flashy, it doesn't make headlines, but without it, the crypto world would simply stop working. This is the middleware layer, the invisible connective tissue that holds the decentralized world together. To understand middleware, imagine a city again. At the bottom, you have the land, the layer 1 blockchains, the foundation where every transaction is recorded. On top, you have the applications, DeFi, NFT, games, and social platforms that people actually use. But between those two layers lies an entire world that most people never see. The power lines, the data cables, the traffic systems, the communication protocols, all the things that make the city livable. In blockchain, that's middleware. It connects everything, ensures data moves safely between layers, and allows the system to function like a coherent whole instead of a collection of isolated networks. At its core, middleware solves three key problems: data, communication, and verification. First, it provides the data layer, the information that smart contracts depend on. A DeFi platform needs to know the price of Bitcoin or the interest rate of a loan. But that information doesn't exist inside the blockchain. It comes from the outside world. Middleware solutions like Chainlink or Pyth act as oracles, bringing verified data from external sources onto the blockchain securely. Without them, smart contracts would be blind. They wouldn't know what's happening outside their own chain, and the entire DeFi ecosystem would collapse into isolation. The second role of middleware is communication, the bridges and networks that let blockchains talk to each other. When you move tokens from Ethereum to Arbitrum, or from Solana to Avalanche, there must be a trusted mechanism to verify that value really left one chain before appearing on another. That mechanism is middleware. Projects like Wormhole, Layer 0, and Axelar build this web of cross-chain connections. They are the arteries of the crypto world, carrying value and information across different ecosystems, keeping liquidity in motion. Without them, every blockchain would be a lonely island. The third role is verification, making sure that data traveling between layers and chains remains accurate and secure. In a decentralized system, no single entity can be trusted to do this job. So middleware provides protocols for consensus, for proving that data has not been altered, and for synchronizing states across networks. Indexes like the Graph do this by organizing data in real time so that applications can query it instantly. This is why when you open a dashboard like DeFi Llama or June Analytics, the information appears immediately. It's not magic, it's middleware quietly doing its job in the background. If we look at the big picture, middleware is what turns blockchain from a static ledger into a living organism. It's the nervous system that connects every part of the body, sending signals, verifying information, and coordinating activity. The more complex the ecosystem becomes, the more critical middleware becomes. Because as blockchain expands, from a few layer ones into a universe of interconnected chains, the need for reliable, real-time data and communication grows exponentially. This layer is also where many of the most important innovations are happening right now. Oracle networks are evolving from simple data feeds into decentralized computation systems. Chainlink, for example, is developing CCIP, the cross-chain interoperability protocol, a universal standard for value transfer between chains. Bridges are becoming more intelligent, using zero-knowledge proofs to verify transfers without relying on trust. And indexing systems are transforming from passive data providers into active analytics engines, enabling applications to understand the blockchain world in real time. From an investment perspective, middleware is often misunderstood. It's not always visible, and its tokens rarely make headlines. But history shows that the invisible layers are the ones that hold the most power. In traditional finance, infrastructure companies, the payment processors, data networks, clearing houses, rarely appear in the news, but they control the flow of money. In blockchain, middleware is the same. Whoever controls the flow of data and liquidity controls the heartbeat of the entire system. Middleware also plays a critical role in security. Many of the biggest hacks in crypto history were not because of bad smart contracts, but because of broken connections, faulty bridges, corrupted oracles, or compromised data feeds. As more capital moves through DeFi and cross-chain protocols, the attack surface expands. This is why secure middleware is not just a technical requirement, it's a survival necessity for the entire market. There is another way to look at middleware, as the layer where decentralization truly meets practicality. Pure decentralization is beautiful in theory but inefficient in practice. Middleware is where that balance is found. It combines automated validation with real-world reliability. It makes blockchain usable, fast, and accessible without sacrificing integrity. Every transaction you make, every yield you earn, every NFT you trade, all of them depend on middleware doing its job quietly, flawlessly, and continuously. As blockchain technology evolves, we're seeing middleware expand beyond crypto itself. Decentralized data networks are beginning to serve AI, IoT, and even traditional finance. Projects are building middleware that connects decentralized identity systems with government databases, supply chain logistics, and enterprise platforms. The result is a merging of two worlds, the decentralized Web 3 and the structured Web 2, and the bridge between them is this invisible layer of middleware. From a macro perspective, this evolution marks a turning point. In the early years of crypto, innovation was vertical. Each project tried to do everything, run its own chain, handle its own data, build its own apps. Now, innovation is horizontal. Specialized layers are emerging. Some focus on computation, others on storage, others on data, and middleware is the glue that binds them all together. This is the modular future of blockchain, a system where components work together like organs in a body, not silos competing for attention. For those who seek long-term understanding, this is where attention should shift. The middleware layer will not be the loudest or the most speculative, but it will be the most essential. Its value grows quietly with adoption, measured not in headlines but in usage, uptime, and trust. As the market matures, users won't even notice it. They'll just assume it works. And when something becomes that invisible, it means it has become indispensable. So next time you watch a transaction settle in seconds, or see real-time prices update across hundreds of apps, remember, somewhere beneath the surface, an oracle, a bridge, an indexer is doing the work. The market you see is only the surface. The real system, the real architecture of crypto, is built on invisible layers. Middleware is the silent backbone of blockchain. It's what keeps the world of decentralized finance alive, the channel through which trust, data, and value flow. And in this era of growing complexity, those who understand the invisible layers are the ones who can see the structure behind the chaos. This is the whale flow, where we study what others overlook, where logic replaces speculation, and where understanding the invisible gives you power in a world that runs on code and connection.